What are some of the major signs of a toxic relationship?
When we talk of a toxic relationship, there are certain things that we have to look into. First of all, is how the two, now that we are talking about husband and wife, how they talk to each other, communication. How do they communicate with each other? For example, do you feel like you don't want to say anything at all because this person will explode? Do you feel like you have to walk on eggshells because you don't know the kind of person, because this person has showed you maybe different faces. There are times they're happy, there's times they're sad, there are times you can even predict what kind of face they will show you. So when it comes to communication, you don't really even want to talk to them because you're scared that they may respond in a certain way that makes you uncomfortable. So sometimes you feel like you would rather keep things to yourself rather than bringing it up. And of course, in a relationship, especially in a family setup where it's a husband and wife, there has to be communication all the time, all the time. But in a toxic relationship, the communication could be there, but it's communication that's not healthy. So what's the communication style in that relationship, husband and wife? The other thing is, how do they resolve issues when they come up? Because issues will always come up. If there's any husband and wife who are not having issues, there's a problem. Issues will always come up. And if when they do, how do you deal with them? Do you sweep them under the rug for fear that if you bring it up, this person again maybe will explode? Would you rather talk to a friend, a close friend, than your spouse? Because they're not even the first people that you think of when you think of talking about an issue. So that's a serious problem when it comes to how the conflicts are resolved. And probably they are not, because there's never a time where you can sit and have a healthy conversation with each other when it comes to when conflicts arise. The other thing is it mutual, the kind of relationship between the husband and wife? Do you feel like there is reciprocity? When you do something, do they do it for you as well? Not necessarily the exact same thing, but when you're serving them, when you're sacrificing for them, when you are doing everything in your power to make sure they're comfortable, do they at least reciprocate? Do you see them making the effort on their part? So in a toxic relationship, of course, there is no reciprocity at all, especially in between husband and wife. And the other thing is this person reliable? Can you rely on them? Can you say that when they bring their income, probably at the end of the month, that you can plan on how you're going to invest as a family, how you're going to spend those finances? Is there reliability? Can you depend on them? So these are things that you have to consider when you are in a relationship. And when it's toxic, it's mostly one way. And sometimes if you came into this relationship feeling good about yourself, feeling fabulous, feeling wonderful, you find yourself feeling so small. It's like every single day there's something being taken out of your body. You feel like you're shrinking instead of thriving. So in toxic relationships, those are some of the, I would say, major issues that are there. And of course, there's also the part of when we talk of conflict resolution, for example, there's a lot of blame. So they don't own up. They don't apologize. They don't say, "You're right. I think this was a mistake, and I'm sorry about it." They blame you. If you, let's say, for example, you caught them, maybe you saw some text that was strange, and you wanted some clarification, for example. When you bring it up, and of course, or you even have proof, maybe they're cheating or something, they will shift things around and blame you and tell you you're the reason why I'm talking to this woman, because I have tried this and this with you and you never do. You see, they're shifting the blame back to you. They don't take responsibility for their actions. It's a lot of control. even with communication, like I said, they want to control everything you do. Who are you with? Who are you talking to? What time are you coming home? Why are you late? I told you have to be here every day at 6. Why is it 6 or 5 and you're not here? A lot of control. They want to control what you wear. They want to control who you talk to, what kind of phone you buy. You know, there's a lot of control, definitely. And that, it's a lot. It's a lot of uh, reasons that makes a relationship toxic.